Hello, my name is Sven and I'm from Reviews by Supersven. Today we will be looking at Mortal Shell. I am playing this on the Epic Launcher as the game is not yet released on Steam. If you want to play it, you will need to purchase it on Epic Games. The game is a Dark Souls-like game, but you should definitely not look at this like it is a Dark Souls game. I did it in the beginning and it really messed up my gameplay. This is the hub. This is the character where you can level up. As you can see, you will have different shells that you will need to find. Myself use Aerodrim and I have learned all skills. When you learn skills, you learn more of the character, the shell that your ghost is inhabiting. And here's an unknown shell. I have unlocked it, but I have never used it since I am not a stamina player. I intend to fully unlock this one as well in the future. This is also a shell that I used a lot and I'm currently training. It has the glimpses, but I still need more tar. Tar is the resource that you will gain from killing enemies. It is just like souls, but there is no leveling up in this game. You also have no Estus flasks or anything else. You will need to use mushrooms or rats to heal. There are 4 shells and you can inhabit them here at the hub. You will be laying here, or you can use effigies. Using an effigy will give you a penalty unless you are more familiar with an item. Familiarity means that if you use the item more, it will become better. So when you have no familiarity, you have no clue what the item is going to do. So you will need to use items to learn what they do. You can use an item and just suddenly die. You have 4 weapons that you need to unlock. I am using the 2-handed sword. You have a hammer and chisel, a 1-handed sword, and a giant mace. I really like the giant sword. It's 2-handed. You have a workbench that you can use to upgrade your items. You also have a ballista bazooka. It's basically a giant bazooka that's on my back. I am playing on New Game Plus as I have already completed the game. I'm going to show you some elements of the game and I really like it. As you can see, I have not eaten too many tar spores, as you can see on the familiarity. I don't like poison mushrooms. Wealth caps are the ones that heal you. Now there are some enemies. Which brings us to another mechanic in Mortal Shell. You can become a stone. And when you hit, as you can see, you take no damage. It has a small cooldown, but you can also attack and then become a stone. When the enemy attacks, you will become normal and the attack will land. You also need to watch out for random bear traps. You can also use them to your advantage. There are many enemies and they usually don't come alone. This shell has a lot of HP, but very low on the stamina, so you need to be careful when to dodge, when to attack, and when you need to regenerate. If you make a mistake, enemies do a lot of damage since you have no armor to equip or defense to increase. Aerodrim has a buff that when you kill an enemy, the damage you take is decreased. The goal of the game is to collect the 3 sacred glands. They are hidden in dungeon-like temples. There are 3 of them, and this is basically the main area around the hub. The hub gives you many paths to the temples. It does not matter in which the order you do them. You can just do them in whatever way you like. You can also just go to one of the temples, talk with a sister to level up and go back. And then when you have collected all your skills, you can buy an ornate mask. An ornate mask is this one. It will cost 30 glimpses to buy. It means you can teleport from one sister to another. As you can see, I have 2 glimpses at the moment. How do you gain these glimpses? You can gain them from killing enemies, bosses, and they are needed to level up your skills or to purchase items. As you can see, there are many bear traps here, so you will need to be careful. You can hear the growling. There's a boss waiting there, but he does not see me yet, so we can take the Ballista Zuka and show it in action. So we aim. As you can see, I only have 6 large bolts. They cost 800 tar to buy one. Let's fire it on the thing, and it's called a Grishna. Now we quickly need to. And there it's coming for me, so let's go and fight it. Yes. And the Krishna has been defeated. Now some loot awaits us in this chest. A quenching acid, which is needed to upgrade your weapon. I have upgraded this weapon to the max on the previous playthrough. But I can upgrade it again on New Game Plus. I have not yet learned exactly what all the new features are on New Game Plus, but I do know that you can upgrade your weapon to become even stronger. As you can see, you also have weapon enhancements, which will allow you to do special weapon abilities. These weapon abilities will help you in combat, but I have not yet bothered to find the other ice crystal. I intend to all the time, but I keep forgetting. Now let's eat a mushroom for missing health, and we'll take another one. As you can see, the Krishna is still gone. It also will not respawn until the mist comes. The mist is another feature in Mortal Shell, and it will basically replace all enemies with other enemies that are more dangerous. You need to watch careful for these holes. As you can see, you can crawl in them and reach new places. Let's see, where does this one go? Oh, he looks friendly. As you can see, there are bear traps, so I hope I can trap him. Gotta watch out for the bear traps that are still active. No, that small one does not pose much of a threat. And then we can loot the camp for some moonshine. Oh, there's an archer on top of that. Ow. As you can see, not seeing a bear trap can hurt you a lot. So let's eat a mushroom. You can eat 2 mushrooms at once even, so let's do that. I have 10 glimpses at the moment. There's a camp of a whole wall of them, so let's eat a roasted rat and lure one of them. You gotta learn the patterns of enemies in hopes you can dodge them. Oh, I kinda launched him far. As you can see, if you would run into this camp and attack them all at once, you would totally not survive it. Let's see what's in here. Ah, congealed tar. Basically, if you find a congealed tar or any tar, you can use them to gain more tar for learning skills. If you find a fall, tainted or a slurry, you really need to watch out before using it, because a wrong tar can harm you. Up there is one of the entrances to a fire dungeon. You can find a smoldering mace there and a lot more. Usually the upgrade equipments are in the same dungeon, so when you want to upgrade the smoldering mace, you should look in the fire dungeon. Having patience is key in this game. If you are hasty, it will usually end up with you getting killed. Now, as you can see the yellow bars, you can see these are used for special skills. Now I have a nice ice sword. Now I can try and freeze him. I don't use weapon abilities myself a lot, but they can come in handy. Now another hole. Don't worry, those are friendly that are hanging in the tree. Those bats. You can see you will need these. Will respawn over time, so you can keep taking mushrooms. Lock on is really useful for checking how much HP they have and keeping a track of your enemy. If you don't know where they are, that's usually a bad thing. Now, it's something I don't do a lot, but you can also try and parry enemies by using your seal. We're going to try it on this one here. It's not something I do a lot. It also allows you to heal, but you will need to time it right, otherwise it won't work. But I don't use it myself a lot, but it can take quick care of enemies. But you will need some resolve bars, that are the yellow bars that you also need for special skills. The faster enemy is, or the harder it hits, it can be hard to parry the attack. So best idea is to train your parry timing near a save or healing point, so that you can use it later on. These are very useful to look out for too. There's a secret passage here. Won't go inside it, but this is where you find one of the shells. You find Teal the Acolyte there. And I have no clue what his skills are. As you can see, Perian can heal some HP. And it can be really useful. Yeah, other shells could have more resolve bars, but Erebrim only has 3. You will need quick reflexes for this game, and the game is mostly focused on skill. There's no grinding to level up, learn more stats, and just cakewalk the game. You will really need to learn how the game works. You can learn new skills, these can help you, but you will still need the skill to complete the game. Trying to switch a weapon. Enough. These glimpses can be used to gain more glimpses. It all depends on what glimpse you find. As you can see, I was having some trouble switching from my bazooka to my normal weapon, which can happen. If you die, you will get cast out of your shell and become a ghost again, a foundling as it is called. If you are fast enough and you don't get hit, you can try to re-inhabit your shell, and then you can try again, but then your shell's cracked, so if you die again, you die for real. As you can see, I have no more resolve bars, so I can't parry. So we just kill them. This is a chest. It can only open when you have the mist unlocked. The mist unlocks after you have completed the first major boss. You will need to get a gland, and then you can get the mist and unlock all these chests which are full of goodies. So I have New Game Plus. Some of the goodies have transferred over. These are Sester's Binding and Disciples Rag. I know from seeing this Martyr Shawl and combining them with the names that they are for your weapons. Of course I can't use Martyr Shawl because I already have the weapon equipped, and I have them all. As you can see, a sacred cloth bound to a forgotten sword. I have no idea what it will do, but I'm guessing it will summon the hallowed sword, which is the one-handed sword. This is tainted nectar. I have no idea, but it will not be good. You also have boiled frogs. These increases stamina regeneration, which is used for boss fights. I also have a baguette. I don't know what a baguette will do in this game, but these effigies are also important. You can even play the loot. You also have a compendium, which is of everything you have unlocked from items. You can see I've found all equipment. I am missing the mango. I know where it is. I have actually discovered 71 of 78 items. I know I'm missing the mango, and it's supposed to be somewhere in the tower, but I don't know where yet. The crystal I am missing. One of the upgrades, which is also in the tower. I'm missing some kind of glimpses. I think I can find them on New Game Plus, and that's actually all I'm missing. For lore, I'm missing a whole lot more. I'm more of an item hunter than a lore. Well, there are some tutorials, but yeah, I hunted mostly items. As you can see, this will lead to a dungeon. If you talk to Sister Jenna, then you will reset all enemies. In front of all the dungeons, you have a mini hub where you can upgrade your weapon, challenge a boss for a new weapon, and heal yourself. Now we're inside the dungeon, the abandoned chamber. As you can see, you can tell here.
What wayward spirit beckons? Oh, it's you. Welcome back, family. Yes, yes. It's all happening again. This is the burden of immortality. Toil without end. Our spirits fragmented by the profane eternities. But there's comfort, even a certain pleasure in ritual. Where were we? Oh, yes. Sip this and you'll see. Yes, taste the truth.
No. Here you can buy some glimpses, but you can only buy items from her if you have unlocked all your skills. Now here are some mushrooms, and here are a few monsters that you will encounter in the mist. You really need to be careful what's around the corner. You can use lock on to see if there's something hidden. Some of them can also throw objects. As you can see, thrown objects won't stop you from hardening. And he explodes. Another glimpse is found. There's many more things that you can discover in Mortal Shell. Good thing to remember is that most boss fights have a second phase, so be prepared for that. First thing I would recommend to do if you have started this game is to find all 4 shells and find the one that fits you. All shells can be found without going into dungeons. The first one, Harros, can be found right when you enter the game. Just walk straight forward and you will find him. He's balanced. As you can see here, his stats are all medium. And I have unlocked some abilities with him. Solomon can be found after the Krishna. He's in a hole there. Eredrim can be found when you go to the tower. It's called the Eternal Natrax something. It's like a huge tower. If you don't pay attention, you can walk right past him. And this is an unknown shell, but I know his name is Teal, and you can find him in the hole that I showed you when walking to this certain dungeon. I really enjoyed playing Mortal Shell and I do recommend it, but you really need to look at it different than it's a Dark Souls clone. It's something completely different. Yes, it uses mechanics of Dark Souls, but the battle system is way different, the leveling system is different. It is certainly a game you should check out and try. Thank you for watching this video review of Mortal Shell. There are many more things that you can do, but I've pointed out some of the important things, and of course I've shown you the bazooka. I hope you liked this video. Thank you for watching.